Is that better? How's the audio? Is that better? Whew. So I'm gonna say this at the top of the episode. I plan on going to Melbourne next month. I've got the tickets. I've organized the accommodation. I'm like in the midst of organizing the accommodation at the moment, but I feel very positive that I am going to be there. I will be there for the duration of the whole tournament. So I just want to put that at the top of the episode, okay? Just put that out there. I will be there. I'm looking forward to it. The Airbnb that I'm looking at staying at is actually very close to, it's actually around the corner from where my crush stayed the last time he was at the Australian Open. So if I just like happen to run into him, like being in the same neighborhood, it will just be like totally natural. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it will just be like totally natural. But I'm kidding. I joke. He's there to do a job and he has to focus, right? But if this gives like a little bit of motivation in the gas tank, you know, like put like a little bit of flame in your heart, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm not mad about it. But yeah, I will be staying with my cousin and then my friend. I'm hoping to go to what I will. My goal is to go to at least one match. Okay. Probably in the earlier rounds because tickets get expensive. But I just want to be around it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be amongst it. I really feel like this will be his year. I really feel this is his year. I hope his training is going well. I keep him in my prayers constantly. I hope that he's of sound mind, sound body, and sound spirit. And I hope that he is successful in his endeavor. And I feel it. Like when I do my calculations of like the transits around that time of year, the moon will not be in Gemini for those 2 weeks, which is amazing. That's amazing, positive. And there's a lot of things just kind of like aspecting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot of positive aspecting going on, as well as for myself. I'm having a lot, it's like going to be a positive time for me too. But yeah, I'm looking at this like great Airbnb that has a pool and a gym. I'm like excited. Yeah, I just like, I want to be amongst it. And I know he has to do a job and I'm not expecting anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going there expecting, like it's a job. He has work to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to have any surprises. Hence why I'm saying this I'm getting ahead of this at the top of the podcast episode video. I will be there. So look out for me. I will probably be very low key with it on social media. I'm not going to be posting up a lot. Maybe one post a day type of thing on my stories. I don't know. But I respect the hustle. He's there to do a job, like I said, for a third time. So I don't expect to see him or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's best to approach life with like very low expectations, and then maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. But like, yeah, I understand the purpose of what he's there to do, and I don't want to show up and be a surprise. So I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna be there. I want to be around it. I don't know if they have, do you know what I mean? Like I would thought it'd be so cool if they had some type of like way to view the matches like in the park on a screen. Like that's how I'm imagining it. But like I doubt that happens. They do that in New York for Wimbledon, which is really cool. In New York for Wimbledon, they have like, they section off this part of Brooklyn Bridge Park and they broadcast the matches on a giant screen. Brooklyn Bridge Park is best to go to in the morning, by the way. If you can get there in the morning, it's a much nicer experience. When you go in the evening, it can get very, 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 very busy. New York is a nightlife people, you know? I'm a morning person. But yeah, I look forward to it and I'm excited to witness greatness. I'll let you know, and I'll let you know what I'm wearing, maybe in my Instagram stories. So you'll know what to look out for in the crowd, all the way up in the nosebleed seats. Me and Kelly, shout out to Kelly. We're gonna be hanging out there in the nosebleed seats. But yeah, I was a bit worried. I was like, I don't know if I can like make this work because I just come back from a trip from Tonga. Obviously, it was very expensive. But no, like it's funny, like, I like, I don't like when I pray for money, money comes. Does that make sense? When I pray for money, money comes. So, I think I'm gonna be able to make it work, which makes me very happy. Because I don't want to be the type of guy that like promises things and then doesn't deliver. Like there's nothing worse than that. I'm a man of my word. I say I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I book my tickets. I've organized accommodation. And now it's just a matter of like figuring out when he's playing. And then as soon as that I figure out what day and what time, baby, we're buying tickets for that. We're buying tickets to that match. Okay? Look out for me on the nosebleeds. Ha ha! Oh, I gotta wax my armpits again. Anyway, that's that. It was my birthday on Saturday, and it was a really beautiful day. Let me just tell you, I had a really great day. 35, you know, looking pretty good. Not looking bad, looking pretty good. But, yeah, we went to my family dinner. Lunch as a family to one of my favorite restaurants in Auckland City, the Grand Harbour Restaurant. It's Chinese food. It's down by the viaduct. I know a lot of tennis players are coming into town to play at the ASB Classic. If you guys have the opportunity, go to the Grand Harbour Restaurant. They do dim sum. That's what they call it in America. Here in New Zealand, it's called yum cha. They have the little trays full of food, and it's like excellent. It's amazing. They have watermelon juice there, which is my favorite. It's funny. I'm pretty sure where all the tennis players stay is like up the road from me. Like I'm literally down the street from the Sky Tower, and I'm pretty sure they all stay at like the Sky City Hotel. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But you know, they're not the types. I'm thinking about going and watching a match. Like I think that would be cute. I'd love to see Naomi. You know, my heart belongs to baby boy, obviously. So I probably won't see any of the dudes, but I do feel like I should support the sport. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. My focus is on Melbourne, and we're going to that. Anyway, my birthday. Getting so distracted. We had dinner at the Grand Harbour Restaurant. Amazing. I love Chinese food, and it's very luxury. It's very luxurious. Except this guy that was sitting on the table next to us had like his foot up. Do you know what I'm saying? He had like his foot up on a chair and was like sticking it like towards our direction. I was like, you're so rude. So I grabbed the chair and I shoved it in front of his foot. I don't shy away from confrontation. Like not one bit, not at all. Like if you're gonna do rude shit like that, I'm gonna like let you know that shit is unacceptable. So I moved the chair right in front of his foot. It's muscle, babe. It's muscle. Look, it's muscle. It's just relaxed, you know? It's muscle, really. But anyway, I just like shoved the chair in front of him, and then he moved his foot. I was like, yeah, you better fucking move your foot, bitch. Like, this is my breakfast. This is like my birthday, like my birthday brunch lunch. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and have you stick your foot at our table. How rude. No class. Some people have no class, okay? No class. So that happened, and then my childhood friends, Logan, Ruby, and Jessie. I have known them since I was like 8 or 9 years old. We all swam together. Some of my best friendships come from swimming, let me tell you, because I don't know, it's something about the collective sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all experienced blood, sweat, and tears together, so we're forever bonded in some like weird kind of way. But yes, I've known them for 25 years, over 25 years actually. And their mother, Ellen Jane, turned 70. So, you know, I shared my birthday with her. Or she shared her birthday with me, I guess, because I feel like 70 is more important than 35. 35! Not bad, right? Not bad. Not bad, right? Not bad. But yeah, it was amazing to see them. It was amazing to catch up. Some of their kids flew in from overseas. Jesse flew in from overseas. It was so great to see him. He had like a crisp shirt on and all this. I was like, damn, Jesse, you styling. Where's that from? And he's like, Uniqlo. I'm like, ooh. Ooh. Might have to make a little trip to the Uniqlo store. Joke's on me, there's not one in New Zealand. Oh. Ay. Anyway, so that was really beautiful. It was really beautiful to catch up with old friends. I'm still friends with most of my friends from 20 plus years ago. Like, yeah. The first text message I got on my birthday was from another best friend of mine, Catherine, who I've known since I was 11. I go for walks with Hannah every week. I've known her since I was 13. You know, Shanta I've known since I was 13. Just really special people. I don't know, once your friendships are kind of set, they're set. And like, I was talking to my friend, I don't know, it's like your mid-30s are really interesting because a lot of people are married, a lot of people have bought properties, they have serious jobs, they're like, you know, it's a mixed bag. But then some people are renting, some people are like in between jobs, especially in this economy. No shame in that. There's nothing wrong with taking a bit of a breather. Lord knows I have a big breather. But yeah, everyone's just in like different places and different spaces. But one thing I know for certain is that they'll forever be friends. We'll forever be friends, regardless of what transpires, you know. So that was cool. And then we wrapped up the evening at the church concert. Do you want to go there? Are we talking about church today? We're going to get into it. I know it's like Christianity is not trendy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people are maybe disappointed or like confused by my religious I don't even know what the right word is. The fact that I am religious, the fact that I'm, you know, I have sex with men and I'm religious. It's like hard for people to kind of reconcile that. I don't find it difficult to reconcile that. But that's because like, it's literally in my bloodline. Like I showed you guys last week, you know, some really special footage of my great grandfather's burial site, you know, and my great grandfather, my great grandfather, and my grandfather, like they were all involved in church. The establishment of a non-denominational church called the Free Church of Tonga, Sias Tonga Tawataina, Church of Tonga, Freedom, but you know, in like English terms, it's the Free Church of Tonga. And yeah, a lot of my childhood revolved around the church. And you know, I rebelled, obviously. When you grow up and your uncle is the president of the church and your father is the church lawyer, you grow up underneath a bit of a microscope. You do. you are heavily scrutinized, and you should always be seen to be upholding those Christian values. Do you know what I'm saying? And I would say I had a really good childhood. I had a great childhood. I really am blessed. But there were times when it did feel a little bit suffocating just because of my familial ties to the church. So when I turned 18, baby, I was out of there. I was out of there, and I got myself one of these little bad boys. I got myself this, honey. I got myself a little university degree. But jokes aside, like, I left home at 18, and I wanted to see the world. I wanted to experience it all. And like, after being so confined in my childhood growing up, and really being scrutinized heavily to, like, you gotta be this way, 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 I rejected all of that and I did it all my way. And then it's like the typical tale of the prodigal son, you know? I came back and I realized that there were actually a lot of really beautiful values in Christianity. And let me be clear, the church that I grew up with was just like a completely different experience. Like, I can't explain to you how it was. It was just different. For instance, we had gay people at my church. We had trans people at my church. We had, you know, we called them fuckaladies and we called them ladies. Like, we had all types of people at my church. It wasn't just, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't grow up with this experience of the church being like hateful. Yeah. And any church that is hateful is not really doing Christ justice. That's how I see it. That's forever how I'll see it. You know, I hold space for other people's religious experiences. I hope that they can in turn hold space for mine, because my Sunday school reciting church Bible verses, like, I find it quite beautiful. Yeah, and I don't make any apologies for it, and I don't feel like I really even need to explain it. I encourage all people to have some semblance of spirituality, regardless of whether it's Christ, or Buddha, or anything else. I believe that spirituality is really important. I think we have like 4 different pillars of health. You've got your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health, right? And then I think you have your spiritual health. And that last one we really leave out. You know, we really don't pay as much attention to it. The lighting's going down, so like, I gotta wrap this up quick. Especially because it's probably like a really uncomfortable conversation to have, because a lot of people don't like to discuss religion. But I do believe a lot of things in my life have been divine. And I do believe in the principles of Jesus Christ. And I know it's hard to reconcile because, again, I have sex with men and I'm a Christian. But I don't remember Jesus ever saying that you had to be perfect in order to get into the gates of heaven. Like, I don't remember that Bible verse. Why do I not remember it? Because it doesn't exist, right? And that's it. It's in my lineage. It's in my blood. It's in my blood, bro. Like, it's caked in there. I feel the pull of it. You know what I'm saying? But baby, I had a good time in those 15 years. Let me tell you, like, I lived. And sometimes I feel like I want to write a book about it. You know, sometimes I really feel like I want to write a memoir about like that whole experience of like, growing up quite conservatively, obviously being interested in boys, or men rather, and you know, I made a commitment to myself from a very young age that I was going to be like as true, genuine, real, and authentic in my life. And it works for me. I don't expect everyone to live by those same virtues or values. I think that there are circumstances that change life, and life is really complicated, and we can't all do the same thing. We all have different paths, right? But yeah, I don't try to preach my values onto other people. I just try to lead by example, and just like know and understand that my relationship with religion is like vastly different than other people's. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. I don't know. It makes me feel good. I love to pray at night. And I feel like it works. I mean, when I say I need money, God gives me money, girl. God give me money. I'm like, please, I want to see my baby boy play in Melbourne next month. Please. Poof. Arrives. You know? Very blessed. Very blessed. Yes. Very blessed. But yeah, it was the 50th Jubilee of the establishment of the Free Church of Tonga in New Zealand. It's a global church. We have churches in Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, Sydney, Melbourne, Hawaii, like Texas, California. Like, we've got them all over the world, babe. We've got them all over the world. It's global because there are Tongans everywhere, let me tell you. But yeah, that's it. I encourage all queer people to get into, spirituality and religion. It's not all bad, babe. Your life, God has a plan for you. I believe that. Even if you don't believe in God, God has a plan for you. And have faith. I think like having faith and having a sense of purpose in your life, I think those are like really beautiful things. And I know that my experience is vastly different from the majority of other people's, but how blessed am I to have this experience? Like, I'm so grateful. Like, everything in my church was like planned so well. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. My uncle like set the curriculum for Sunday school. Like, you had to memorize Bible verses, but like I couldn't, and I'll leave you with this. I didn't understand these Bible verses when I was growing up as a kid. I was like, what is this all about? This doesn't make any sense to me. But then as I got older and I lived a little bit of life and I saw the devil and I saw like just kind of like things playing out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you live enough life to know and see that like our human spirit is real. And when you are connected to yourself, you're going to find it easier to be able to connect with others. The world has a serious empathy problem, like a serious one. And a lot of that is because we're disconnected from ourselves spiritually. And if you're disconnected from your own spirit, you're not going to be as easily able to identify the spirit in other people. Do you understand? So I think about that a lot. Religion to me fosters a sense of community, and it fosters a sense of connection. And I think that's the most important part, is that you have a sense of connection to yourself, and thus connection to others. And I'll leave it at that. It's very esoteric, but you guys know me. I love my crystals. I love my, I love my bones. I love my stones. I love, my dried roses. I love my pictures of my grandfather, or I love the cards that I pick up on the floor and I put them out, like my tarots. Like, and then that's another thing that's controversial, is a lot of people like, how can you do tarots and divination? It's all the devil. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. That all comes from Leviticus, which like, I do not read that book, because that's the book that's like, whatever. It is what it is. I just like, so long as you, like, the devil is a counterfeit. Right? The devil is a counterfeit. So it mimics and moves godlike, but is not true. I've been blessed with the art of discernment, so I can really tell things pretty well. So I'm 10 steps ahead of most, often. And that's because like I have very good pattern recognition and I understand the difference between good and evil. And yeah. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. The sun started to go down. I love you guys. I'm gonna do my skincare routine in the next video. I think like I kind of liked the change of scenery in the last video. So maybe I'll do one like a little pillow talk moment. You know what I'm saying? Get my little moisture on. The skin be skinning lately, you know? The skin had been skinning, we must admit. But yeah, you know, 35 and, you know, pretty good. Not bad. I'm not saying I'm looking younger. I'm not saying that. Although I did say that in the last video. I did say that. My aim is not to look young for my age. My aim is to look good for my age. And as a byproduct of looking good for your age, you're going to look young. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to look young again, oh, let that go, honey. That is gone. She's gone and she's never coming back. Just like be grateful you got some good pictures up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have taken more nudes. Oh, my positive Christian morals, you know? Got the best of me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave. And yeah, I'm excited. It's Christmas very soon. So Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. And you know, I'm very multicultural. I like, I'm very tolerant in all religions. I'm really not like that kind of person, you know. Like, again, I'm saying too much. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, good luck, baby boy, in your practices and your trainings. I keep you in my prayers. And see you next month. Business, baby. It's business. It's business. We getting down to business. Work hard, but play hard, right? We're gonna get that trophy. Hey, God willing. Is that how the Catholics do it? I don't even know. I don't know. We don't do that at Church of Tonga, though we do sacrament. And we have like weird rules. It's not a sin to drink. It is a sin to overindulge in